Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another series of Exposing Manosphere, where I interview former followers of the Red Pill, where I'm trying to seek into why they first entered the space, what they got out of it, and eventually why did they leave. Before I get into that, I will say that I have an interview scheduled for Sunday with another former Red Pillar, and an interview scheduled later week with actually another YouTuber, YouTube content creator that many of you are aware of. But I won't tell you. You'll see it once I schedule the interview. Other than that, I'm doing good. I just got a COVID vaccination shot, so I'm feeling a little bit more ecstatic. But this isn't about me. This is about my guest. And without further ado, I want my guest to introduce himself.
Hey everybody, my name is Z. 23 years old, full-time worker slash entrepreneur. Uh, just the average Joe.
Okay, so people are starting to flood in, but I think we can pretty much jump into this conversation. They'll come in as we talk. So yeah, can you tell me about yourself, like where you're from, where you grew up, your childhood, and what you do for a living?
All right. Well, for the starts, I'm born out of Richmond, Virginia. Born and raised there all my life. I currently work as a truck driver slash student slash entrepreneur. So I'm a bit of a multifaceted individual. For the most part, I just keep things real simple. I grew up on the south side of Richmond, which is a predominantly minority owned south side of Richmond, between blacks, Asians, and Latinos, and blue collar family, and just well educated, I guess. I mean, I make the best of everything that I have. I put my mind to it, and I put my best foot forward in everything I do.
Hmm. Okay, so yeah, in our pre-interview, you told me that you got red pill in high school. So I'm curious, how did
Yeah.
you find it, and what made the message receptive?
So it's pretty simple for me. It wasn't the women at all, actually. When it first got started, it was not the women. For me, it was just that I didn't want to go to school at the time. I wanted to open up a business. And the first part for me, it was like the unschool, uneducation thing. And what that means is that you're taking a non-traditional route to get to the traditional ends. And basically, I was going to go to trade school and wanted to do it that route. And my parents didn't really want me to do that because they believed in a formal education and whatnot. And from there, my curiosity span, I guess you could say, if that's the best words to use, I guess you could say education
Mhm.
is ubiquitous with everything that I have. No matter where I went or how I accomplished things, there was some sort of reading a book. There was always something that needed to be done or completed or taken care of. And with this situation, I got red pilled through that because I didn't really want to play the college system, so to say. And that's how I got red pilled. And from there, I did have some women troubles, but that was like water off a duck's back because it's like you've got to look at everybody on an individual basis. You can't base a whole slew of people based off of one experience that you have with one individual. And I noticed that a lot of red pill people want to deal with that and the women and power and all that crap. For me, it was just I just want to make money and do barbecue. It was so simple for me, and I got fascinated by it, and I was challenged by it. It's almost like a game.
Okay. Hmm. That's kind of interesting because every interview I've done, everybody always cite women and relationships as the reason why they found a red pill. Even content creators always say that. So I'm curious, what answers were you seeking?
The answers that I was seeking for was again just finding a non-traditional route. Everybody wanted to get a four-year degree, right? Well, what would happen if you go against the grain?
Hmm.
What if you can circumvent that system? What if you can hack that system? What if you can break that system? That's what was in my mind. And that's what I wanted to accomplish. And somehow I did manage to break the system, but at the same time, I kind of find myself stepping backwards and retracking my path that I took so I can make sure that I didn't really mess up anywhere. But it got to the point where with the red pill thing, a lot of people complaining, they're playing doomsday. And I was like, dude, there's so many opportunities out here and options that you have in your fingertips. There's so many options. And a lot of people just didn't want to take them.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of interesting, the options, because, a lot of content creators, whenever they make videos about entrepreneurship or any type of business or finance, they don't even get much views. And they complain, and a lot of content creators complain about that. They just say their subscribers just aren't interested in learning about those skills.
I don't know why. I mean, they complain that, here's the thing. Let's be honest here. These content creators created their own problem. They create their own problem. And the thing is, you can sit there and show them a job that pays well, that gives them a financial stable life, that gives them a social stability, and they'll still say no and try to be the victim and say, no, women, it's bad. No. You created your own problem. You didn't want the job. It's not that you didn't have to take the job. You didn't want it. And now you're at rock bottom, so don't complain about it. You know what I mean? These people just create their own issues, quite literally. Here I am. I am literally working and doing this interview. I mean, what excuses these guys got? How you going to stay on YouTube for 8 hours straight and say you making money? Bro, you ain't making jack. You're not making anything. You're mooching off of someone. Either the welfare state or some chick that you're complaining about, or some dude you're complaining about. Wow. And then you got to go to Japan or Philippines or Indonesia and do the exact same thing, thinking you're living like a king. You're not living like a king. You're still the same sleazebag as you were in the United States.
Mm-hmm. So, I have different opinions about that. I guess one of my criticism when it comes to YouTube, people subscribe to a channel for like one particular reason. So when you kind of expand the content to talk about, stocks or finance, that just doesn't interest somebody who came there originally to learn about relationships. That's kind of how I
didn't come there for relationships. I came there for business ideas. These guys are talking so much good game, but I was just sitting in the background stealing their ideas and putting it into action. I was like China. I was like, screw that, man. I'm gonna take your idea and put my twist on it and beat you at your own game. And that's how I am. A lot of these people talk about power, real estate and stuff. I'm not investing in real estate. I'm investing into actual businesses, and those are turnkey. Things that I can flip easily and make a quick investment and get a quick return of investment. A lot of these guys are so worried about women and what women think of them. Forget that, man. You got so many personal issues you got to deal with. How are you going to get a woman if you can't take care of her anyway? You can't even take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of stuff.
So I'm kind of curious. So when you say you came, a lot of stuff is common sense.
Yes, a lot of this is common sense. They've either been raised with one parent or two parents. Either way, you had a parent. Your parents should have taught you this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm curious, who did you mostly follow, since you say you came into it for mostly finance?
Aaron Clary, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Because O'Shea, here's the thing about O'Shea. He has a lot of business videos, and those videos are actually quite good and educational. It's just surrounded by so much ratchet crap, so much work that you just don't want to be around that. But what I've noticed also in the business videos, a lot of the guys are popping themselves up to be more than what they really are, And the thing is that it's okay if you're a blue collar dude or if you don't make that much. Not everybody makes $100,000. That's like the top 5% in this country. I'm close to it because of my current job and my experience. I had to work my way up with this. I just got lucky with this. Outside of O'Shea, it was outside of him. Man, I told you before. Darn, it's a lot of people. Samuel, what was the guy's name? Samuel. I forgot his name. Whatever his name is.
Kevin Samuels?
Samuel guy. Yeah, him. That weird dude. Him. 4 eyes. him, Man of Tomorrow, BG.
You're breaking up, by the way.
So it'll be Sandman, stuff like that.
Okay, you broke up, actually. I kind of get what you say. You said BGS Hitmore, Sandman, Kevin Samuels, Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. But you kind of broke up a little bit, so it's kind of hard to hear, but I got what you're saying.
I'm in the
So it's interesting you say
countryside,
pumping
so
them up. So are you saying that they weren't as like...
they were very disingenuous to what they were saying. They were BSing their way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I make $100,000 a year. Really?
No,
Really?
that makes sense, actually.
There's no way, not even by chance, that you get like 17 dudes that all make $100,000 and they're all in tech. That just doesn't happen. That just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's true. Like I say, YouTube, everybody's in real estate, everybody sells stocks, everybody makes six figures.
I'm doing crypto, dude. I'm doing crypto. Really? So you're just going to put your money into a non-physical asset. All right, dude. Wherever floats your boat. All right.
Okay, but this is interesting. So a lot of people who's watching right now, you told me that you actually appeared on some Manosphere panels. You want to tell them what channels those were and how was the experience?
And sometimes I appeared on O'Shea. Sometimes I appeared. It was mainly O'Shea, actually. Call in. It was just here and there, though. I'm not a prominent member. I don't have a YouTube. So in their eyes, I'm a nobody. I don't have clout. I don't have, the group for my internal security is just not really defined by that or how many followers I have, man. If that's your internal security, then that's on you. I mean, everybody has their thing to make them tick. But I think it's kind of sociopathic if they think you got to have enough followers to have a valid opinion. Sometimes the road less traveled is a much more valid option. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys, I try to give them that, alternative option, especially when I go on the panel. Because here's the thing. They'll say one thing and complain. I'm like, okay, but that's not the majority of everybody. You live in a world with 7 billion people, and you're telling me the majority of these people, and that you've experienced the majority of these people, and they're all thinking why everybody else with accusations. That doesn't make any sense, and it's not calculable.
Mm-hmm.
He
broke up at the end, but I kind of make that what he said. So I'm kind of curious. Because I appeared on a few panels and I get bored, to be totally honest. I don't know how people do it like every single day. But I mean, what do they talk about? I don't know how
they do it for 8 hours
when you join.
You know what? When I see that 8-hour panel, it's always on some stupid stuff. And sometimes I just call in and troll these people because it's just like, yo, you're 40 years old and you're doing an 8-hour YouTube panel. Don't you bro, you wasted a whole workday just talking about, excuse me, a ton of bullshit. You're spending 8 hours running your mouth when you can spend 8 hours working with your hand and using your mind. That's when I get in there and I troll them because it's like no point of turning them around because they're so far gone. So I just, I'm the guy that will give you the bucket, the rope, and the tree and help you stand on the bucket and help you put the rope around your neck and let you hang yourself. And that's what I always do with these people. It's always such baby mama drama because they made a stupid decision. Yeah, two stupid people complain about one stupid thing and they never come to a solution.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll see
that's true. It's a lot of
panel. They'll talk about it, and then You go to the next panel, and it's the exact same fucking topic, and it's like, wait a minute, these people. I was just on a whole different channel with an 8-hour panel. Now you're on this channel with a 5-hour one on the exact same topic, bruh. Do you have a solution? It does not rocket science, common sense. And just take an average Joe like you and me and say, all right, I shouldn't knock up a chick or have, whatever you want to do in your relations and have that said result. If you know that said result screws both.
I say you're breaking up because I can't hear anything you just said.
Oh, I just went on a rant. Never mind.
Yeah, I couldn't hear a word you just said.
I basically, I'll just summarize it. These guys go on an 8-hour panel complaining about their baby mama, and they would keep complaining and then hop to another panel for another 5 hours about the same problem. Never find a solution within the 13 hours, and which is about a half a day, mind you. And they do nothing, absolutely nothing. And then they say all women are bad. No, bruh, you suck as a human. You complain about your own problem and then give your own solution and then still complain about that said solution. You want no solution. You want no change because you're gonna go back and do the exact same thing again. I will bet a whole house and 16 acres on it that they would do it. They are so predictable.
Nah. No, I do agree. And this actually kind of leads into something else you talked about, and I assume you didn't have any kind of objection for me asking this. So, yeah, so you told me about the fact that you actually ended up homeless when you went to Florida, but after you emerged from that situation, you started to distance yourself from the space. And do you mind telling the audience like what happened?
I just got caught up in the wrong group. I was 18 years old, thought I knew everything, and I was too naive. Ended up being homeless, and I paid the price. And that's just simple as that. But I got myself up by working temporary labor jobs, and I realized that the red pill was a ton of crap. It was a crock of crap. And from there, I just did what was right for myself. I think just adulthood hitting me changed my views on a lot of things. Like, even now, I'm 23 years old. Within that 5 years, I was able to mature. I think people change. They change. It's just part of human nature. And if you don't change, there's something wrong that is retarding your change. There's a retardation somewhere. And the thing is that that's just the way it is. Mm-hmm. Did you get everything I said?
So, okay. Yeah, when you said those, yeah. No, I heard you pretty clear. So when you say that, is it more so because you were able to lift yourself out of your predicament, and you just saw these guys complaining about their or whatever predicament, which was nowhere near as severe as the one that you experienced? That's when you started to look at it differently?
Yeah, I guess you could say so. If you said that, if I really got everything you just said there. If you don't mind repeating yourself, can you?
Oh, you want me? Okay, I can repeat the question. So, yeah, I was curious because you said that. I know that you said you lifted yourself out of your predicament. Yeah, you lifted yourself out of your predicament, and then you started distancing yourself from the red pill because I assume that you just saw these guys complaining about the same issue and not seeking actual solutions. Whereas you was actually a more grave. You had a much more severe issue facing you to vanquish, I should say.
Basically, I mean, these guys. You think about it. At that time I was 18 years old. And a lot of these guys are in their mid-30s to early 40s. And they're sitting there complaining every single day. And from then to now, they're still complaining about the same thing. That's 5 years. 5 years that you have complained about the same thing. Whereas in 5 years for me, I have lifted myself, got a job, got an education, started a business, about to buy a house, about to get a new car. And you guys are still sitting on YouTube doing the exact same thing. I guess it's their grift, if that's how they make their money. Not all good money. Not all money is
Hmm.
good money. That's the old saying. These guys are just lazy. They're lazy. They're very lazy. Half of them don't own businesses. I know it for a fact because actions speak louder than words. And then two, it was just natural, man. Me working and growing and just maturing. I didn't have time for the crap. I really didn't. You know, I just didn't have time for it. It's just the way it is. I don't have time for it. And they just need to cut the crap and just get on with life. They're wasting their time. They're wasting their years away. There are good men and women out here. You just need to be one of them.
Hmm. No, I agree. Actually, I know some of my subscribers are kind of, a little upset that I'm actually going to end this YouTube channel. It's going to stay up. I'm going to end making videos sometime this year. I don't know exactly when. Probably like sometime mid or late summer. And eventually, just moving on. Like I just can't take these frivolous conversations any longer. It's just too much for me. Hmm.
In the comments, my camera I'm at work.
Wait, breaking up. Can't hear you. Yep, still can't hear you, by the way. Yep, can't. Okay, well, it's the first time this happened with technical difficulties. Oh no, you're back. Okay,
No,
I
it's
thought I
all
was
good,
have
dude.
to execute some. I
It's
thought I
in
was
the,
going to
it's in
execute
the.
equanimity.
Oh man, no, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. I'm in.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I might have to execute equanimity then. He'll be back actually. I think there's oh he's okay, he's right there. I think the quality he's driving in rural Iowa, so I imagine the quality, the connection is probably not the best. Okay, you're back. I can see you.
I just don't understand a lot of the red pill guys. That's my biggest thing. I just want to burst their bubble because they're trying to. Kevin Samuels is probably the worst thing that happened now because it revived him. The red
Oh
pill
boy.
was dying actually, and he fucking revived it. I'm like, God damn, man, this thing was on his deathbed and somehow I'm like, and it's worse because now there's guys my age spreading this ideology, and it's like, dude, you just got out of your mom's house. You just got out of your mom's house, bro. And you're talking about red pill and women ain't this and women ain't that. Bro, you can't give anything to a woman. You have barely 2 pennies to pinch between your nuts. What are you doing? A lot of these guys sit in their little so-called studio, which is their mom's basement, and say, women ain't doing this. You got to be an alpha male. You got to do this. Man, screw all that crap. You're just a man. You're just a dude. You have a starting point and you have a pinnacle. There's no such thing as alpha male or beta. If you are a shit person, you're a shithead. And if you're not a shit person, then you're a good person usually, or okay person. But if you're shiesty like the most of these dudes in this red pill world, you're not a good person, bro. If anything, you're sociopathic. You display NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. A lot of these guys are narcissists, and they hurt every freaking chick they touch. Every single chick. Oh, I don't want a single mom. But you just cleared a single mom 9 months ago, bro. You got a little mini me running around. It's going to be just like you. Because you knocked up a chick and you're complaining about knocked up chicks that you knocked up. You're adding to the problem that you complain about. It's like putting out a fire with gasoline. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's
I'm
through
kind
the
of
whole
curious
high
about your
value,
opinion
low
about.
value crap.
Oh,
That's
wow.
some stupid shit too. It's
Yes,
very,
high
very
value man who got
sociopathic.
stimulus checks.
I'm a business. I ain't supposed to get a stimulus check, but somehow I got one. I was like, wait a minute. But I know they're going to eat me up with taxes, though. I already know it's coming. Oh, I'm going to pay for it. That's coming. I'm just preparing myself. I know Uncle Sam is coming. But the whole high value, low value crap, that just is stupid. That is so stupid. What is high value? You know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so it's extremely subjective to the person or to the individual, whether they're female or male. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's just stupid. It's a very dumb concept. It goes against nature in and of itself. A lot of these people think they can cheat nature. You will never cheat creation in nature. You know, whatever you try to cheat in nature, it will come back tenfold. You reap what you sow. If you reap a bad seed, you will not get a plant. But if you reap a good seed on fertile ground, you will get a plant. It is that easy to understand.
So I'm kind of curious because you did say Kevin Samuels you said bad for the Manosphere. So what are your opinions about Kevin Samuels? Because he blew up pretty, rapidly actually within the last year.
He was better off just doing the fragrance crap because he was on fire with that. But outside of that, he fell off by treating women like crap and just trying to be higher than that. I'll put it this way: I do not want advice from a dude who can't keep a wife. Bro, you got divorced like 2 to 3 times. Why would I take from a dude that got divorced 3 times?
I think it's 2 to be.
Why would I take advice from an image? Why would I take advice from an image consultant? If you don't know how to put on a fucking shirt, why are you paying a dude to teach you how to put on a shirt? Shouldn't you know this stuff since you was a kid? These guys are paying $500 to Kevin Samuel, and no knock to him, to learn how to tie their shoes and line up their head. Bro, like, these guys are suckers. They're suckers, man. They're straight up suckers. Sometimes I wish I can get that grift, man, out of it making cake. But hey, it's not for me. Again, not all money is good money. And it's not worth my reputation.
Okay, so I'm skipping one question because one question was like, what was the breaking point when you decided Manosphere was too much complaining? But you already kind of alluded to that.
My breaking point, when I saw a 40-year-old man complaining about a single mama.
Oh.
For 8 hours straight. I didn't know it was possible, man. I didn't know it was possible.
Who was that?
When I see that, I was like, oh, dude. It was multiple people. It wasn't just a single person. It was like, once one popped up, it was like measles. Once one popped up, a whole slew of them popped out. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. It's like cancer. It just spreads. It's like the symbiote, dude. This thing just spreads. And it's like, yo, how do you, no, man, no. You know what you could have done for 8 hours? You're 40 years old. You're doing this for 8 hours? Oh my God! No.
Okay, so yes, that was a catalyst.
Crabs and herpes. Yes, it spreads like crabs and herpes. Yes, the comment got it. Nailed it. Yep. It spreads like a mean case of herpes. Ew. Ew. Some of these guys do look like herpes, but hey, it is what it is.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, these guys are raggedy. These guys are raggedy. Catch me. These guys are raggedy, and you're 40 years old on YouTube complaining about your personal issue. Shouldn't that be a private matter within yourself or the party that you have that said problem with? Is that not a private issue? If you have an issue with someone, especially when it comes down to fraternity, family, intimacy, shouldn't that be done in a private setting instead of airing your business out on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
a lot of people actually, it's kind of bizarre how what people reveal on a public platform about their private lives.
It's just the way it is. You know, everybody has their opinion. They're entitled to it, but not all opinions are productive. These guys are just straight up not productive, and that's my breaking point. I mean, I can get it one thing if you're venting to someone, but if you're constantly complaining about it day in and day out for 5 years straight, like what I've witnessed, dude, this is just ridiculous. It's stupid. You know, it's just really dumb.
Mm-hmm. No. I agree. I mean, the whole nonstop stop complaining. It's not to mention it's really repetitive. You can watch videos from 2016 and 2017, and it's literally isomorphic to what people talk about now.
A lot of the stuff you find on YouTube, but you do not find it in actual life. You don't find it in life.
Mm-hmm. So now I'm kind of curious. Can you just say something in a pre-interview that kind of caught my attention? You said
Yes.
that a lot of people I interviewed haven't truly discarded the red pill. So I'm kind of curious
No,
what
they
made you
haven't.
say that.
They haven't. They can't look at your last two interviews, not the psychologist, minus him, but the last two. These guys are still probably more than likely. I will bet a house on it. They still hang around these red pill guys and start still listening to them, trying to place their hope in something that never worked. Almost guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these guys are off. They're off. They're off-putting. They're very odd. They're peculiar. You can't miss it. I mean, it's in their demeanor. A lot of these guys think they're hot stuff, but they don't have nothing to bring to the table. For me, I'm 23. I'm not exactly trying to bring anything to the table right now, especially with establishing myself. My focus is myself. I can't take care of a woman right now, but when I can, I will be ready at that set time. These guys have it backwards, whereas they say, man, I spat out the red pill. What? You still hang around O'Shea? All right. Yeah, you still watch BJ's Itmore. You still do this. You still do this. They haven't broke their habits. Part of change is breaking certain habits, whether they're bad or good. You have to have some sort of innate change. That's just part of the human psyche. And that's just the thing. They never changed. They were never honest. They're very disingenuous. You can see it in the way they word themselves. They're not as brutally as honest. They're not honest with you, and they're not honest with themselves.
Oh,
In other
okay.
words, they're a
That's kind
bunch
of
of
interesting because
weirdos,
one
bro.
thing I know is about. So one thing I know is about a lot of people who claim to have left the red pill is that it's very gradual, and I mean it seems like they were so immersed into the community that they just have a hard time like shedding a lot of the core beliefs of the ideology.
That's what I'm saying. They never truly left. If you're going to leave something, then leave it. Drop it like a bad habit. Leave it. Just leave it alone. It's dead. It's dead on arrival. Make the change. If you want it bad enough, you'll do it. They'll have that killer instinct, and they don't have it. They don't have it at all. You'll see it in their eyes. They don't have it at all. They don't want the change. They want the facade of a change, but they don't want the change. I'll give you a heads up. I'm about to get out of this truck and I might have to cut the interview a little short due to the fact I got to do some paperwork along with my foreman and stuff and take care of business. I got like 3 minutes.
Okay, nope. Okay, well, that's unfortunate, but it's okay. So I might just
I'm sorry.
Okay, we just go to the last question. So okay, I mean, do you have any final thoughts for the audience then? I mean, yep.
My final thoughts is if you really want to make change, start with yourself. Start with the most basic, minute part of yourself and go from there. It's like doing a business. You start with the littlest part. It always starts with a penny. A business always starts with a penny and an idea. It's the same thing. If you want to make a change for yourself, you'll start off with a small thought and you'll go from there. Maybe it's a small prayer. Maybe it's some counseling. You always take the first step. And they took my spot. That sucks. I gotta find a spot. I hate these people, man. This is a freaking big truck, and I gotta find a spot. Man, that's what happens when you're the new guy.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, it's okay. I mean, my interviews only last for like hour to hour 30 minutes, and I got some work to do anyway after this. So
I'm willing to do a part 2 with you. So it's only fair, I believe. It's only fair to your commenters and to you. I mean, I do owe you this time. It's only fair. And wow, they really took my spot. Wow. Well, okay.
Okay, so I'll definitely so yeah, we can schedule something again if we want to do like a part two to this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because other than that, I yeah. Okay, so yeah, normally I would have questions from the live chat, but you're short of time, so it's okay though. But I thoroughly enjoyed this actually. Hopefully next time we have a better connection. Because there's a lot of moments where I just like I don't know what you're saying.
Oh no, dude. It's just I look at it for what it is, man. I look at it for what it is, and these people are just insane. They're not. These people are not. These are not the people I would like to hang out or grab a beer with or anything. If anything, I'll put them in an insane asylum. They're dangerous.
No.
They're very dangerous. They're dangerous, and I'm serious. I'm not even laughing about it. They're dangerous.
Mm-hmm. No, some are. I do agree with that actually.
They're very off-putting. It's not normal. I mean, let's be real. They're not normal.
Okay. So other than that, yeah, guys, I only had like 3 more questions, but like I said, you're short of time. So other than that,
I
don't
do
really have much to
apologize,
say. I
man.
mean, we could definitely.
I didn't realize it was going to be like that. Oh crap! This is truck registration. The back. Yeah, I do apologize. That's my fault. I didn't expect to be cut short like that due to work.
Oh, okay, no problem then.
Whew. I guess until next time.
Okay, so I'll probably just drop you off, and then I'll just say some closing words, and that'll be it. So I'll see you later then.
See you, dude.
All right. Yeah, so this interview was short, which is really unusual for me, but I don't know, it happens. I don't really have much to say. I'll have an interview on Sunday because I'm actually trying to wrap up all these interviews I scheduled, at least until like I end the channel officially sometime midsummer, depending whenever that happens. So, I mean, until then, I just wish everybody to have a good day, and I'll see you on Sunday if I don't have a pre-recorded video later this week. So, see ya.